All right, Albanese is walking it back, and we're probably going to get a Royal Commission into Bondi, and you can feel however you want about that, but I keep seeing the same 4 criticisms levied over and over again in my comment section, and the more I do research for a YouTube video, the more I feel like none of those criticisms are actually particularly fair. It is always the same things. It's going to negatively impact due process. We're not going to get the information for years to come, so it's not going to actually help us. It costs way too much money, and Royal Commissions never actually do anything. As to that first point about due process, I don't fully understand what you're saying there. I'm not a lawyer, so I could be wrong, but royal commissions look at specific situations. They don't necessarily need to comment at all on who committed an action or if someone was guilty or not guilty. You can look at institutional failures or the things that exacerbated the issue or potentially contributed to that issue causing a certain event, but you don't actually have to comment on whether someone is innocent or guilty. If it's that point about due process being impacted because you're biasing a jury, that criticism only came about when we started talking about a Commonwealth or joint Royal Commission. I don't understand how a state Royal Commission doesn't run into that same issue, and no one was making that point until we started bringing up the Commonwealth coming into this Royal Commission. We'd figured it out with Patterson, so I feel like we could figure that out here. But I'm not a lawyer. Maybe a lawyer can change my mind on that. When it comes to that point of we're not going to get information for years to come and it's going to take too long, just make it rolling and iterative. Just give us summary reports or funnel us information as the Royal Commission continues. There is nothing to say that we have to wait right until the end to get all of the information. It could be given to us in chunks. As to that point of it's going to cost too much money, with all due respect, we spend billions of dollars on the fossil fuel industry. I feel like spending hundreds of millions to investigate why one of the worst things that has happened recently in Australia's history happened is pretty important and worthwhile. And when people say that, well, it's just a bunch of money to spend that's going to be a waste because nothing comes of Royal Commissions, the more and more I look into things like the Robodebt Royal Commission or the Royal Commission into CSA, things did come from this, right? The National Redress Scheme came from this. It feels like this point that Royal Commissions don't do anything is just a talking point that's parroted by people on Reddit and no one actually knows what they're really saying. I think there's reasonable criticisms to be levied that there have been plenty of times where governments didn't like the findings of a Royal Commission or didn't implement everything necessary to make Australia better, but they do things, right? Just because they're not 100% effective doesn't mean they're useless. But hey, let me know what you think in the comments. Maybe you all think I'm horrifically wrong. We'll find out. It's been real.